Hello, Leo. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is a special bonus read for you. It's a May reading for you. So let's find out what's going on in May for Leos. So, Leo, I do private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. I do them within 24 hours, so my availability is there on my website, which means if you want a reading from me and it's all sold out, please just check back the next day or in a few days' time. You should find some availability opening up. I also do a live show live here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. It's almost every day. I don't do it on Sundays, but I do it every day apart from that. So I'd love to see you in there. Let's get some cards out for you. What's happening for Leos in May? Time to restore. You might need to relax and rest this month, a restful month, and restore yourself. Getting back to normal, getting back to a normal energy. Have you been sick, Leo? You might be getting back to a normal kind of a routine where you've been out of that normal routine. That's what I'm getting for some of you. So life could return to some kind of form of normalcy. Is life ever normal? I don't know, but it might feel better to you this month, or that's what you should be doing, is trying to get your life back to normal or back to a healthy kind of a routine, lifestyle routine, that kind of thing. Time to restore yourself. Do the best for yourself. Could have been a bit of turmoil around lately for you. You've also got tending the garden. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm getting. Tending the garden. It's about sorting your environment out. It's about sorting your lifestyle out, sorting your patterns out, your habits, things like that. Maybe starting new habits. Tending your garden. Throwing out the junk. Clearing the cupboards out. Making your bed. Cleaning your room. You know, that kind of thing. Sorting out your diet. Throwing out the junk food. Getting yourself a gym membership. Yeah, it's time to sort your environment out and patterns out. So it could be that you've fallen into unhealthy habits, have you, Leo? And it's time to get back on with a lifestyle and in an environment that is nurturing and loving to you so that you can do better things in your life for yourself. Let's find out more. What's May for Leo? Six of Cups, reminiscing. Looking back, you could have had big change happen in your life recently and you might be reminiscing on the past. This could also be an energy of a soulmate or a twin flame as well. Sometimes comes up as that. Give us more. I will get clarification on that though, find out what it is for you. What else for Leo in May? That's too many. You got Judgment as well. This is kind of an awakening energy. So yeah, you could be waking up to patterns that aren't serving you. You know, when you suddenly realize that you've fallen back into unhealthy habits again, even though you stopped those habits a while ago, you've kind of slipped back into it. That kind of an energy, you could be waking up to that again. There's a bit of an energy here that I'm picking up on of reminiscing of things you used to do in the past, Leo, that were good for you, and it's like, oh, why don't I do that stuff anymore? You know, you might want to get like your easel out and your paints out or something like that. It's like, why haven't we been painted? I haven't painted for years. Why am I not doing that? Or oh, I used to really love playing football with my mates on a Saturday. Why am I not doing that anymore? I haven't done that for ages. It's like a reset month where you're restoring yourself back to factory settings, that kind of thing. Back to what's really you, like the things that you enjoy. Think about that, Leo. What did you used to really enjoy? Bring that back. Eight of Cups, you've got a walking away here. It could be about a relationship or could be about patterns as well that you're walking away from them. Patterns that don't serve you. You've also got putting down some heavy burdens here, the end of an arduous journey. Could have been having hard times. Like I said, some of you, I'm just picking up on this, you might have been sick for a while and it might be restoring now, getting back to a healthy kind of a pattern, convalescence, that kind of thing. Just for a certain few of you, but you might be putting those burdens down now, like an ordeal, a sickness or something is over now, and then you're reformulating what is beyond that. You know, sometimes we can have like trials and tribulations, and we get so caught up in that we don't know what our life is. We can't remember what our life is when we didn't have that problem. And when the problem's lifted, we've got to remember back, right? This is what this reminiscing card. Remember back to what it is, who we were before, what it is that we used to enjoy before. Now the problem isn't there. We get to actually create something better. So you might be Leo. Yeah, because your readings have been like that for over a year now. Difficult for Leo. It's been really difficult for you lately. You've been going through a hard time of it. Now that could be clearing now. You could be getting like over those difficulties. And when we've been presented with difficulties, if we're always fighting fires, you can forget what it's like to be like creative in your life. And when you don't have problems, you can focus on bigger things. What do I want to create? What would be really great for me? That's what you're stepping into now. So it seems like your hard times are over, is what I'm getting here, Leah. And I know from my readings, those hard times, it's been over a year now that you've been having the hardest time of it, of all the signs in my readings anyway, the ones that I'm reading for. So you're reminiscing, and that's the way that you want to move forward now. Eight of Inspiration now, the Eight of Wands, so it's like you're getting pointed in a new direction. Wands is about taking action, so you're reminiscing on what it is that you used to love so you can take action. So it's definitely a month for bringing back things that you used to really enjoy, remembering about that, but taking action on it again, joining that club again, doing that thing again, calling those old friends up again, saying, I'm better now, let's get back into these things. Ascension, taking it to the next level. Your vibration is raised. Trials, huh? You've been through some trials, Leah. You've had a hard time of it, but you're coming out of that now. It's great. So this is why the awakening, the judgment thing, waking up to that now. Tell us why we've got judgment here for Leah. About time, Leah. Wow. But you're going to come out stronger is what I'm hearing, Leah. You are the card of strength anyway, right? You're the sign of strength. So, and it's always challenges that make us stronger. Like, think about a bicep. What makes it strong? Lifting weights. It's tearing it apart is what makes it strong. You break down those muscle fibers and it grows back even stronger. That's what you've been doing. You've kind of been torn down a little lately, maybe a lot lately, Leo, and it's to make you stronger. People that do the most amazing things in life are the ones that have had the biggest challenges. Oh, you got the two emotions here. Judgment Day. For a relationship, a very significant relationship coming in for you, Leo. Awakening to that. You could have been having hard times in a previous relationship, and that's all over now. Tell us why this is going on for Leo. I'm not getting a lot more from that. Changes, yeah, you've got changes in your love life going on here. And so it could be, Leo, like I'm reading for a lot of Leos here, but it could be you were stuck on someone and you're letting go of that now, and then you're opening up to maybe a different kind of person that would be good for you. It could be that you're deciding this month to break up a relationship that's not good for you so that someone new can come in. But for some of you, this is about someone coming back around again. Judgment, someone that's learned better, someone that's awoken to it, someone that's realized they've changed. They've changed now. They're not the person that you knew them as before. Maybe they've been getting over something big in their lives too. So someone could be coming back around again, awakening to this this relationship again. It's a reunion for some of you. If you've grown and they've grown, they could be coming back around again to start things off again. So why the Eight of Cups then? There's a walking away here this month for Leo. And you're walking away toward the sun now. Walking away from that cup that's on fire. You don't want to drink from a cup that's on fire. That's not love that's being offered there. That's a whole lot of trouble. A cup full of fire. Got the Queen of Materials. Something about, yeah, and it fell. The Queen of Materials fell, the stable one. The stable one, you thought it was going to be successful, it fell. The Tower, you got a surprise from them and you're having to walk away from it. So this is about your love life, and it's about someone that you thought was stable in your love life. Now, For some of you, it could be parents getting divorced, something like that. Something that you thought was stable, you get a surprise, it's not stable, and you're having to walk away from a belief that you had about something always being. That could be, if it is about parents for you, it could be shaking up your love life because what you thought was true, something that you were aiming for, that you thought was solid, isn't after all. And so it could be you walking away from that belief that you wanted what they had, and that because what they had is falling apart, it's not as stable as you thought. So something that, and it's to do with relationships and matters of the heart, something that you thought was really stable, turns out it isn't. Turns out we're all humans and we're all flawed, and it's not stable, and everything changes and cycles. So you're having to let go of some kind of a belief about stability, especially in matters of the heart, and change your mind about that. It could be, for some of you, about a relationship that you thought was it was stable, and turns out it's not. Yeah, wow. Death card came out with that, so that is significant ending there. Changing your mind about it completely, about a specific relationship itself. But I'm feeling for most of you, it's about a belief about relationships. You always thought something was possible because of a certain couple. They break up and you're like, hang on, everything that I thought to be true about love, maybe it isn't true after all. Interesting times. 10 of Wands for you, Leo. What's this about? You are releasing some kind of burdens, heavy burdens there. Responsibilities. Releasing responsibilities is what I just heard. Yeah, maybe you've been taking on way too much responsibility for something or someone or some job. What is this about? What's the 10 of Wands here for, Leo? Why have we got the 10 of Wands here for Leo? Why the 10 of Wands for Leo? The 6 of Materials, yeah, it's about reciprocity. Right, okay, wow, this message came out for another sign as well. Pretty much the same. 10 of Wands, taking too much responsibility so that you don't get reciprocity. This is like someone getting into a relationship and putting all the work into it and letting the other person have a free pass kind of thing. Like, you're the one that messages them, you're the one that sets up dates, you're always the one making the effort. They don't make any effort at all. That's not reciprocity, taking the burdens. Time to drop that. Could be about work. It could be that you're putting overtime in. You're always going above and beyond for your boss, but you're not the one that gets the bonuses and stuff like that. There's no reciprocation going on. So you can feel like a victim to that, but there's always, this kind of thing always happens. There's always what you're doing to make that happen, and it's you taking on too much responsibility. Why does someone get scapegoated and not reciprocated to? Is because they're way too willing to do all of the work. They'll take that responsibility on. And human beings, we are lazy. If someone wants to do something for us, we're going to let them. People have been letting you do too much for them, Leo. And it's time to value yourself. Stop being so willing to go over and beyond and not receive back for yourself. It's time for you now, Leo. It's time for you to receive now. You deserve it. You're valuable. Now, that could have been playing out in your work, it could be playing out in your relationships, it could be playing out with everything, in fact. Because those personality types that are way too willing to do anything for anyone, you will get taken advantage of. Absolutely will. There's a lot of people on this planet that will take advantage of people like you, Leo. So it's time to drop those burdens. You don't need to go above and beyond. You don't need to always, you're not Source, Leo. You're very like the sun, but you aren't the sun. You're not Source. You don't have to provide for the whole world. Source does that. You don't have to be Source. You don't have to be the source of all things, people. What's that with this? Abundance. Oh, your abundance is riding on this. Of course it is. Because reciprocation is about it coming back to you. How are you holding abundance away from you while you're way too willing to do stuff for nothing, or do stuff for very little, do stuff for people, without getting something back for yourself? It's time for you to do something for yourself now. Leo, you're probably so willing to do anything for anyone. Are you? Are you willing to do something for yourself? Right? It's the difference between, like, say, me just going and helping someone else and just getting involved in their business and helping them, and me going, oh, hang on a minute, I deserve something. Let me start a business for myself and make a lot of YouTube videos and do it for me. Yeah, it's time for you to do something for you, for your abundance, instead of wasting your energy. So this month it could be eye-opening for you of realizing those patterns that you've been of giving way too much, Leo, being willing to give way too much. What's going on in your love life, Leo, this month? In May, you got a past life relationship, someone from the past or from a past life, someone you're feeling a connection with, and you've got to pay attention to the red flags. So if this rings true to you that you've been taking on the burdens, you're likely to meet someone, you're going to feel a connection with them, a past life relationship, but you might want to do the exact same thing. Be putting all the effort in, letting them have a free ride of it. Don't do that. So you're waving those red flags when you do that. They're waving them too. You're willing to give, they're willing to take. It feels like a match. It's going to feel like a match. You're going to feel like, oh, I've got a connection with this person. Yes, you have a connection with them. It's a law of attraction match. If you're willing to give too much, they're more than willing to take from you. That's a match. You're going to feel that past life connection with a person like that. Be very aware of that, Leo. You could be like getting a last lesson kind of thing when you drop these burdens. You've got the answers you need are coming. You're getting the answers. You're seeing the way now. You're seeing your part in it. You're seeing what you're doing. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't try and be right. Don't try and keep on doing that and think, no, it will work eventually. I'll find someone. No, you won't. You'll keep on meeting your match. You'll keep on, if you keep on overgiving and taking responsibility, enabling people to be lazy and take, you're going to keep on finding those same people until you learn to do it for yourself. It's about self-love. It's always about self-love, Leo. Well, for Leo, we've got priorities. Who's your priority, Leo? If you're not saying you, if you're not saying me, I mean, not me, you. If you reply to that question, who's your priority, Leo, isn't me, then there's something wrong there. You need to prioritize yourself now, Leo. And you're going to feel selfish, but you're not selfish. We all need to take care of ourselves first before we can take care of anybody else. Get yourself in balance, and then you're going to be able to really give to people in a much bigger way, in a real way. To those that can use it, because they're helping themselves. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news. This is about relationships. You could have a repeat here. You could have a repeat for you to see it really clearly this time, Leo, in your love life of what it is that you've been doing. A sudden change, a surprise. You suddenly see it in a different way. It's like, wow, this person's got the red flags. They've got like, they're going to do exactly what everyone else has done in my life. I'm going to give too much to them. I'm going to take too much. And then we're going to break up, and this is how it goes. And I know this one. Sudden realization, that judgment, the judgment, the two of emotions, you're suddenly realizing that you need to make a change. Wow, important month for you. So what else is going on for our Leos this month? What's going on for Leo this month? You got Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. You're finally learning. You're learning how to overcome those obstacles, and how those obstacles are kind of part of you, your part in them. You've got Rabbit here, too much concern with sexual matters. So it could be attraction, raw attraction that's kept you sticking with those choices you've made to people that aren't good for you. Watch out for that, Leo. It's supposed to be passionate, but not when you're projecting that passion onto, or attaching that passion to someone that's not good for you in other ways. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end, says the elephant. Leo, you're going to be wiser at the end. It does feel like a lesson's coming back around again for you to see it really clearly this time so that you can end it for good. What else? Well, Leo, the pig, beware of greed. Beware of greedy people. Beware of being too giving. Beware of being too generous. Beware of giving your energy away. Remember, prioritize yourself, Leo. And this is a temporary obstacle, so it does feel like a lesson comes back around again. The universe saying, has Leo got it this time? Is Leo seeing it clearly what they're doing that's causing this to happen over and over again to them? Great opportunity this month, Leo, for you to end a cycle that's been painful and put these burdens down that have been kind of plaguing your life and bringing you experience after experience that you don't really want. so that you can actually have what you want in the future, Leo. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, Leo. If you like this, please click like on this video. If you really like it, click that subscription along with the bell. I do daily energy updates, a weekly energy update for all signs, and also 2 or 3 pick a card reads a week, and my live show Psychic Cafe, which I'd love to see you, and I'd love for you to be part of this wonderful community that's growing here on YouTube. So thank you so much. Have an amazing month, Leo, and I'll see you next time. Bye.